Welcome to Beating Cancer Daily. Beating stage 4 cancer for 30 years still takes my breath away every time I say it. I'm Saranne, founder of the Comedy Cures Foundation, and I hope you'll join me for just a few minutes daily for the next 365 days so we may laugh, learn, maybe cry a little as we live our best days beating cancer daily together. Do you have a favorite number? Do you have a lucky number? Well, mine is 18. I also love 2, but 18 has so much significance that if I had to pick one, I would say 18. Do you know why? Some of you are going to know why. Because 18 has the meaning of life. I think some of you said, oh, because at 18 you can vote. And in some states at 18 you can drink. Unless they've all gone to 21 now. But 18 has way more significance. And it had so much meaning in my cancer journey and in my survivorship till today. So why does 18 mean life? Are you familiar with numerology? If you aren't, I will explain it. But there's another form of numerology called gematria. And that's where this meaning of 18 comes from. And if you multiply 18 times 2, you get 36, which has the significance of 2 times high or 2 times life. Now, I said the word high, but you actually say it high. And it's spelled like chai tea. But it has nothing to do with chai tea. It's spelled C-H-A-I. And a lot of people confuse high with chai tea, but they're very, very different. I do love chai tea, though. Why do I care about this word, which has a funny tickle in your mouth when you say it, high, and the number 18, and all the multiples of that? Because, you know, if you put 10 times 18, you actually get even more life force. And if you put 20, whoa, you get to 360, which is a full circle, which has more significance than just 10 times. But today I go with 10 times high, and I say that because today is our 180th episode. Woo! I want marching bands. I want horns. I want us to stand up and do the wave. Do you know what a commitment that is? To record 180 consecutive days of episodes, and on your part, to listen to 180 days of consecutive episodes. Have you listened to all of them? Have you gone back to the very first one? It feels like yesterday, 2020 Cancer-Free Vision, and worked your way all the way up till today, 180 episodes. Have you done it? Wow, I do know some listeners that have. I can tell you one, and I'll give her a shout out. Goldie, thank you. She's one of our listeners every day and gives great feedback, by the way. But so many of you have listened to all 180. If you're listening right now, or you've tried and you've gone back and you've binged so many of them. And one thing you have to say is that this podcast, Beating Cancer Daily, is so full of life. So it lives up to this concept of 180 because some are funny, some are strategic, some are just jam-packed with information from our functional medicine expert, Jackie Bryan. if you haven't heard those, man, do you have to go back and put cancer expert into the search, and all of Jackie's amazing episodes will come up. If you want to learn more about tumor humor, Missy Hall, you type in the word comedian. So we definitely have a lot of research here, thanks to Kathy Pudiak. But let's get back to 180. Really? Why is this so significant to me? So let me stop in case you've never heard the word gematria before. It sounds a little like geometry, right? When you hear it quickly. And there are some people who believe that it actually is derived from the Greek word geometria, which really sounds like geometry. But what does this gematria mean? I'm just going to grab a definition from Wikipedia quickly, and then I'll embellish it a little bit. So it's the practice of assigning a numerical value to a name, word, or phrase by reading it as a number. I'm going to take this one step further, and this is how I learned about it. Gematria refers to a process by which numerical values are ascribed to the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Now, you don't have to be Jewish to find this cool or to look at this idea of gematria. Actually, you may be more familiar with numerology. Numerology is the belief that there is a mystical relationship between a number and one or more of coinciding events. Do you practice it? Do you try to figure out the special numbers of your day, of your birth? Well, the thing that's cool to me about this gematria is this word life. Where does it come from? And why was it so important to me when I was battling cancer and also in my survivorship? So let me just explain to you. The word life in Hebrew is spelled with a chet and a yud. What's a chet look like? It's an upside down U. What's a yud look like? It's like a small line. When you put these two together, it forms the word life, chai. You may have heard the word l'chaim, to life at celebrations. You may have heard the word Chaim, which is a name for a man. That was my grandfather's name. Or you may have heard the word Haya, which is in my daughter's middle name, all meaning to life. How do we use this in our cancer journey or in our survivorship? Well, this word, chai, and this symbol, the upside down U with the small little yud, that is supposed to bring great energy, life force, joy, luck. That's why people wear it, even if they're not Jewish, because it's supposed to have this energy in it. And now, why do we multiply it? Well, because don't you want more life force? Don't you want more luck? Don't you want more energy? Don't you want to have a better quality of day? And why are celebrities wearing it all over the place? And why has it become a fashion trend? That I'm finding totally cool. Well, people actually wear it when they're having trouble because they want to attract this kind of joy and positivity into their life to help reverse the negative situation. Now, does this all sound crazy? Because I think it's fun. And in my cancer journey, I used anything and everything that could possibly help me reverse my prognosis, which was get your affairs in order. There's nothing more we can do for you. And you could be checked out of here in less than 5 years. So I did not care how much sense something made to me intellectually. If my gut thought this might be a good idea to help keep me in this physical world to raise my daughter, I was going to try it. So this idea of chai became really important to me. And 10 times high is 10 times life force. And this is our 180th episode, which took so much life force and so much luck and so much joy to manifest so that I could do this for all of us. And isn't it amazing we're here at the 180th episode, which is so full of life? This whole series is so full of humor and joy and fun and play and hope. And I hope that I've inspired you to have high life and that I've inspired you to have hope through this podcast. And all the people that work on it have inspired you to listen to another day. Do you binge it? Do you actually bunch them all together and then listen to them? That wasn't the way that I intended it. I was hoping that you take a little bit of this high, a little bit of this life force and hope every day just to give you a boost. But you have to use this the way that it works best for you. But I do hope that you go back and listen to every single episode because each one has a different quality, life, strategy, energy, wisdom, and humor. Someone once asked me, why did their Jewish friends give them odd amounts for their gifts for their wedding? Instead of giving $150 or $200 or $100, which was very common, the people that were Jewish gave $180, $360, $72, depending on what the occasion was. And I explained that it's customary to take the number 18 and then multiply that by another number. And that is a very lucky number to give as a gift. If you get $36 from someone, that's 2 times life. If you get 20 times high or life, that's $360. And that's actually a cool number because it relates to a circle, the circle of life, and that it all signifies life and luck. And I remember they were so happy to finally have that mystery solved of why they got all these odd denominations from their Jewish friends. But when people are having some form of a challenge or adversity, they might wear this high, this symbol, the yud with the het around their neck. And it's supposed to give you good luck and good energy. So a lot of people wear it, but it has become a fashion statement. Whether you're Jewish or not Jewish, people just like to wear this symbol. I actually saw some really great t-shirts online and they play off this idea of chai, which is CHAI. And one said high on life, but it was the symbol that I was telling you about. The other one said living the high life. So as I said, they become fashion statements. So when I set out the intention to do this podcast, I wanted it to be full of love and hope and life and joy. And I think if you go back and you listen to the first 180 episodes, you will see that we touch on that throughout this entire series. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we give strategies, sometimes we have experts, but every day is so different. So if this is your first day listening, definitely go back and explore all the episodes. This is truly the meaning of my life. And hopefully this will bring meaning to your life and improve the quality of your day. So you know that I love to put silly jokes or quotes into as many episodes as possible. So I thought today was the perfect place because we are celebrating 180. And so I wanted to give you a few fun ideas that I found at jokequote.com. Life is what you make it. So make it funny. That's how we use humor in this podcast. So hopefully you've learned that along the way. I love this one. by Isaac Asimov. Life is a journey. Don't worry, you'll find a parking spot at the end. I'm going to think of that every time I can't find a parking spot, but I'm well enough to be driving around looking for one. Life is like photography. You use the negative to develop. That's by Steve Behrman. Back to why I called this episode 10 Times Life. It's my 180th episode of Beating Cancer Daily without ever missing a day. And I just felt that what better way to celebrate this accomplishment and bringing so many different listeners from all over the world, from so many different countries. It's just mind-boggling to me how many countries have listeners of Beating Cancer Daily. This podcast has been part of my life force. I am so grateful to do this. I'm so happy to bring it to you, and I couldn't do it without Kate. You are a superstar. You have helped produce all of these episodes, and I'm so grateful. I'm so happy to have introduced Jackie Bryan, our functional medicine expert. Also, my friend Kathy Pudiak, who brings so much research and life to this. The listeners who've given so many great ideas. And of course, comedian Missy Hall for sharing her cancer journey with us. It has been an unbelievable first 180 episodes. And I thank all of you for listening every day and for making this podcast come to life. L'chaim. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you loved today's episode, then tell the world. Why? Because Beating Cancer Daily and our membership circle are both a listener and donor supported experience. So the more people you tell and the more people that join us, the more robust and interesting programs our nonprofit, the Comedy Cures Foundation, can bring to you throughout the year. I really want you to go to comedycures.org. And of course, I always want you to make a donation. It's tax deductible to the extent allowed by law. But what's super exciting is not only can you laugh and explore the comedy there, you can look at our membership levels and find the one that's great for you. And if you're feeling a little bit generous, gift one to a chemo brother or sister or to a caregiver that you just want to help them improve the quality of their day. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Guess what time it is? It's time for me to read the disclaimer. Beating Cancer Daily and the membership circle are not in lieu of medical advice or treatment. They are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your healthcare team to review your best strategy. Thanks for listening.